Well. Here we are. I was enjoying the music a little too much, which meant that I totally lost track of the timer. So that's why I'm a minute late. I hope everyone's doing well. I've got a spicy story to share in a moment. I'm just quickly doing some setup, making sure the right lights are on and all that kind of stuff. There we go. Much better. And maybe slightly adjust this. Yeah, that should be fine. Should be perfectly fine. Alright, we're gonna skip this song because this song is not too great. Okay, alright. Oh, what the hell? What just happened? Wait. Jagu, you absolute legend. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. I have no idea how that works because I thought you already subbed for 6 months. How do you resub for 2 more months? How does that work? I don't get it. Unless it wasn't for, I don't know. Either way, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it either way. Thanks so much. All right, so we're gonna grab world's most art-intensive program, Paint. And I'm gonna click this button, right, because this is gameplay. And I should, hold on, before I do anything else, I need to make sure I delete that. And then instead of streaming, I click current activity. There we go. Right, now that is properly done. Right. Very cool. All right, awesome. So, like it says in the stream title, I nearly got into a car crash yesterday. And before I even continue, I'm fine. My car's fine. The person who crashed their car, they're fine. Their car is not as fine, but, you know, all in all, they are healthy, and I think they only have 2 fractures, so Could have been a lot worse, and I'll explain in a second why. But so yeah, so they are fine. It's not like I'm sitting here sharing this story and they're currently on like the intensive care or whatever. That's definitely not the case. So I did check that beforehand. All right, so but now you must be wondering, okay, what the hell happened, and how in the world is this related to game development? And I'm gonna come to that. Because yesterday, that's even cooler, and I'm gonna tell this story whilst I'm cleaning my glasses. Yesterday, I was at the Breda University of Applied Sciences, which is the school that I graduated from a few years ago. I was there for their showcase day, which is like a day where all of the current students get to showcase what they've been working on, and basically companies can come in and you know, check it out, talk to them, see if they can offer internships or jobs or stuff like that, right? So I was there as a professional function, right? And the day started off with a keynote speaker called Arjan Brousset, who is the product director at Unreal Engine. And it was a super nice talk. It was super really cool. He talked about game development. He talked about architectural visualization. He talked about product visualization as well, so stuff like Oreos and Ferraris and stuff like that. And then after that, he went on to say, okay, there's also, like, we're also getting stories that certain car companies are now using Unreal Engine for 3D real-time imaging for hazard detection and stuff like that. So in real time, there's a bunch of lasers and a bunch of cameras in the car that image out the environment in front of the car or beside the car or behind the car, and based on that, the car responds appropriately. I have a feeling this is the wrong list. There's way too much text in these songs. Yeah, sure, we'll go with this one. And so I was like, all right, that's cool. That's really awesome. Not realizing what would happen a few hours later. So I went through the day. Everything was going really well. I talked to a bunch of really incredible students. And I really hope that we can offer them internships and jobs because all of them were incredible. And so at the end of the day, I decided to go home. I get in my car. I go onto the highway. And let me sketch out the situation, right? Because we've got 4 lanes, right? So we've got, there we go. These are the 2 outer lanes. We've got a center, like, guardrail, right? Where people can't, you know, that's like to separate the coming and going traffic, right? And then we've got 2 lanes on each side, right? Like that. And then we have like a little emergency lane on either side here as well, right? And so just to give it a bit of an idea of who's going where, we're going this way, and the oncoming traffic. Oh, whoops. The oncoming traffic is oh, I can't turn around. That's how cool this program is. The oncoming traffic is going the other way, right? Like that. Okay, I hope this is clear so far. So what happens is there's a truck on this side, because I'm on the green side, right? That's where I'm driving. There's a truck over here, and can I zoom out a little more? Yeah, I can actually make this a lot larger. Oh, that's maybe a little too large. Right, just like that. There is a truck driving here, right? So me, let's see, I'll be the yellow circle. I decide to overtake, right, on the left-hand side because we're in Netherlands, so we drive on the right-hand side and you overtake on the left, right? The person in front of me with dark red, oh shit, actually double yellow, there you go. Person in front of me is also overtaking this same truck, which is totally fine, nothing wrong with it. But as time goes on, the person in front of me is like veering off towards the left-hand side onto the guardrail. And so I'm like, you know, I've seen this before. I've been driving for 6.5 years now. People are usually on their phone, and it's like very last minute they'll pull away again and everything's fine. But instead what happened was that they bumped into the guardrail in the middle. Like there's huge like steel construction in the middle, basically. And I mean, I'm also sharing this just to kind of like be able to process it because it's absolutely surreal. Um, and you have to imagine this is a highway, right? So we're going like 110 kilometers an hour, right? Uh, there you go. kmh. That's how fast we're going, right? We're going at 110 kilometers an hour. So, because if you bump into something at 30 kilometers an hour, that's that's a lot easier to recover from than at 110. So this person, they bump into the side rail, and basically as soon as that happens, I have to assume, because I don't actually know, because I didn't talk to the person, I have to assume that this person was like, oh shit, I have to pull back to the right. But they do it so incredibly steeply, or so incredibly intensely, they pull to the right, that they're like, shit, I'm going way too far, I'm veering off onto the other lane. And so, I need to pull back to the left again. And you can imagine what happens at that point. They basically pull off to the left, they lose control over the car, and the car slams with the front into the guardrail again, right? Into the middle guardrail. And they basically come to a stop right over here-ish, right? Kind of like here. This is kind of where they come to a stop. So, basically, yeah, fishtailing, right? In this moment, right, where this is basically happening, this part, my car, thank God, I've only had it for a month, right? My new car. I've only had it for a month. And I'm absolutely glad I had this car and not the previous car, because the previous car, the results would have been way worse, probably. I was still going forward all this time, right, until they hit. And as soon as they hit, my car notices something, right? Notice that something is off. And so my car instinctively, well, not instinctively because it's a car, but through calculations, was able to basically go from 110 kilometers an hour to about 40 kilometers an hour in the space of, I don't know, what must have been 10 meters, maybe, right? And at the same time, what it does, because there is reaction time with me, because I'm a human being and I need to process whatever the hell I'm seeing, at the same time, my car pulls itself towards the right. Now, imagine this truck is still here, right? So I have no idea that this truck is still here, right? I knew it somewhere in the back of my mind, but in that moment, there's not nearly enough time to take that into account and to react on it, right? You're just purely reacting on what's happening in front of you. So my car pulls itself off to the right, and at that point, I also think, oh shit, I gotta go to the right. And so I pull myself off even further off to the right when I get into the emergency lane. And that's where my car completely comes to a stop, to a complete standstill. Now, this truck verges around me and then goes back on because it's like, oh shit, there's a car crashing there, and basically manages to worm in between me and the person who crashed our car. And so magically, that was fine. And basically, I come to a standstill a little further ahead, and I can see from my left side mirror that there's two other cars that have now stopped, basically here and here, who were right behind me when this all went down, and they're like running around in like vests and like fire extinguishers and like first aid kits and stuff like that. And I see the person from the crash car getting out of the car, so I'm like, okay, people are dealing with that situation. I'm gonna call the emergency number, right? Because they can't do that because they're busy taking care of this person, or at least making sure that they're alright. So, and I'll very quickly explain what happened there, and then I'll actually get into how this relates to, Unreal Engine and whatever. I call the emergency number, and basically they ask me, okay, do you need police, firemen, or the ambulance? I'm like, police and the ambulance, because I couldn't see any smoke for to indicate there was a fire going on. And basically they connected me through to the right department who was in charge of this piece of highway, and I basically told them what's going on. They sent units this way, and basically then the lady on the phone said, okay, but where are you? And I'm like, I'm in the emergency lane. She was like, okay, please take care of your own safety right now first, because in the meantime, whilst this has all happened, there's just one car after the other just going through the right lane still, right? And they're going at about 30-40 kilometers an hour, so they're not going full speed, but it's, it can still be pretty bad if someone crashes into the back of me. So the lady's like, oh, you have to keep going. I'll let the police officers know that I've recommended you to drive on, and then you can get a call from them to record your statement, which they haven't done yet. So if I also get a call, and I'm like, "Be right back," then it's the police calling. And so basically, that. And that was an absolute surreal situation. Like, so surreal that even right now, I'm just like, I can't, like, not stop replaying the images in my head, right? Because not only do you expect this person at the very last moment to still pull back and, like, stay in their lane and be okay, which they then don't, but also, like, the amount of smoke and the amount of, I don't know, the lack of sound almost, I guess. This happened yesterday evening. Yeah, the massive amount of smoke of the rubber burning on the highway, and just the lack of sound, seemingly, or at least that's how I remember it, is just absolutely surreal. You see this in movies all the time, right? And much worse, right? But to actually see it happen right in front of me, it's just like, it's insane. It's insane. And what's even more insane is, like, half an hour after that, I just had some food, and I was still very much just, like, in this adrenaline state. And I mean, I was okay, and I could just drive home because I was able to concentrate. But then the radio goes on to the traffic information, and the guy on the radio says, "Oh, an accident happened here and here," and you're like, "Holy fuck, that's the accident that I saw happen." Right? Like, it's insane. There's no good way to describe it, right? So that, right? But basically, how does this relate to Unreal Engine? Because that's what we're all here for. I'm gonna quickly open up a new paint, right? Now we don't need to save this masterpiece. And basically, so essentially, what happened, right? If I just redraw this road a little bit, but I'll start just on my side of the road, so I'm not drawing the other side, basically. Let's make it nice and wide so we can illustrate this quite well. And then the emergency lane is on this side, right? Okay. And then just in green, we'll put little arrows up here. There we go. All right, so we know that the car that crashed is basically roughly over here now, right? At the time of the crash, that's basically where they were. I am basically over here going 110 kilometers an hour, right? Maybe a little further back. The person that crashed their car, they're crashed now, right? This is it, right? And basically, what my car is doing in this moment, in this very moment, I should have chosen a different color. There are basically roughly, I checked this morning, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lasers. Right, 6, I don't know the actual technical term because I'm not a car mechanic, but lasers, I'll just call them lasers for now. There's 6 lasers, and there is specifically 1 camera right at the front of the car that has a pretty wide view, right? So we're talking a pretty wide view like this, but it's focused towards the front of the car, right? All of these systems are working together to piece together what is going on around the car, because I'm just drawing the lasers in the front of the car, but there's also lasers on the side and on the back, right? And based on the image it sketches, right, based on the information it receives and thus the 3D environment it creates for itself, the car is able to determine, the car is able to determine something is going severely wrong. I need to brake. Oops. I need to learn how to draw. I need to brake. And then I need to veer off. Oh, God. Oh, I should have done this differently, shouldn't I? I need to veer off to the side, basically. Like that. Right? Ah, bollocks. Ugh. Here we go. Just like that, basically. And it's only able to do this because of all the information it receives, right? So it's two-parted. It's because of all the information it receives, and because of the technology that is in the car, which is allowing it to create the 3D environment based on the information it receives, right? Now, from what I heard yesterday from the keynote speaker of Unreal, is that there's a particular car brand, I can't remember the name of it, I think it was something with a B, Bravian? I don't know, so something like that. Rivian? No, I don't know. So something like that. Who is using Unreal Engine to, like, in their cars, in order to do stuff like hazard recognition, but also just basic UI. There's a whole bunch of different applications, which previously were either very expensive because they required, like, super custom stuff, or were just simply not there. Right, because the tech would have been so incredibly expensive that the car would have basically not sold unless you had like a $100,000, right? And I just think this is incredible, and that's really all I'm trying to say with this story. I think it's absolutely incredible that probably 100 times faster. It is Rivian, right? Cool. The fact that my car was able to, at the very minimum, 100 times faster than my brain, was able to see what's going on and take appropriate measures, which was first slow down intensely, right, from 110 to 40, or roughly 40 and then more, right, and at the same time determine whatever's in front of us, it is not moving, so we're moving, and basically just pull the entire car off to the right. Now, what's even more incredible about this, I told you there was a truck. Alright, I did tell you that. And that truck is roughly over here, right? Give or take. It's not to scale, right? Because I'm not an artist. So at the same time, my car, it must have done, I don't know how else it would have made this choice, at the same time, the lasers on the side were checking what was there. Because I'm wondering what my car would have done if this truck would have been a little further ahead. Oh, shit. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have been able to pull onto the right, because then I would have crashed full on into the truck. Right? So maybe it would have pulled off to the left and tried to squeeze in between. Or maybe it would have pulled off to the right anyway and tried to minimize the hit. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how the car systems work internally and how it does that decision making, but yeah, I just think it's incredible that cars are able to do this nowadays. Still not every car, of course not. No, but yeah, a system like this made with similar tech that Unreal Engine uses saved my life, and probably the life of this person as well, because my previous car didn't have the hazard recognition. It only had well, it had it partially, but only a basic version. So it would slow down, but it wouldn't pull itself off to the right or the left or whatever. It wouldn't have done that. So if that was the case, I would have never been able to stop on time, and I would have crashed into that person's door, right? Which is on the side of which they're driving. Which means it would have been, well, there would have been damage to me, but probably for that person, their injuries would have been more severe than what it was now, right? We assume. So yeah, I just, that's really all I wanted to share. Yeah, I got away unscathed. It's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. I'm also just sharing this story just to do a little bit of processing, because, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because now every time that I get onto highway, because last night after this happened, I still had to go somewhere, and I got into the car and I'm fine, and I'm not scared to drive or whatever, but which would have been totally understandable if I was, right? Of course. But basically every time I'm on the highway now, last night anyway, you see all the skid marks, right? And now the active realization comes in of, holy shit, every place where there are these super black skid marks on the highway, someone had a crash, or someone had an accident, or someone had to brake like super hard in order to avoid an accident, or maybe they still got into an accident, right? And before this, it was just like, oh, they're skid marks, they're just part of the highway, just, you know, obviously you know why they're there, but it's not an active realization. So yeah, crazy shit. Let's hope it's a once in a lifetime. Let's hope for most people it's never in a lifetime. Let's hope that's the case. Yeah, shit's crazy. Anyway, that being that, yeah, I just wanted to share that story, and well, also just share that I think it's incredible that well, programs like Unreal Engine exist, and that they're becoming more and more applicable to industries outside of gaming as well. I think that's really cool. So yeah, but that does not stop us from let me grab it here, from diving on into Unreal Engine to develop our game, because that's what we're here for. I've got a super large mug of tea. I've got 2 digestives, right? 2 of them. Okay, yeah, there you go. So we're gonna enjoy those in a second by dipping them into the tea, because that's the only way you eat digestives, and there is no other way. Let's see. Also, let's quickly go through the marketplace. There should be new free for the month stuff, and also, how are you guys doing? I talked a lot about me just now, but please do share how you do. I hope you're all doing well. Oh man, yes, there is good stuff in this month. Oh, this is fucking ironic. Jesus Christ. Fluid Ninja, yes please. I've seen their videos. It looks incredible. Point and click adventure toolkit. Will I ever make a point and click? Probably not, but I'll take it anyway. Instant deformer components. That looks pretty good. Wild West City. Yes please. That looks incredible. Turn-based RPG template. Yep. If we ever want to make XCOM 3, this is what we'll use. Let's go. Check out. Is that going to show my billing information? I hope not. It did. Nice. Thank God I pulled it away in time. Alright. Cool, there we go. We're good again. I lost 1 point of wisdom today after dentist visit. Oh no, shit. How you doing, man? How is it feeling? I've personally not had the pleasure to have such a thing happen to me yet, luckily enough. But I heard gets pretty bad. So. Special disc. Oh, actually, by the way, I should change my current activity. Browsing the store for cool assets. Save. Let's keep this open. There we go. It was an easy extraction. It didn't hurt then or now at all. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's really good to hear. I'm really happy that's the case. Browsing UE marketplace for cool assets. Cool. All right. So yeah. Okay. So we got. Well, I'm really glad to hear that it was that it wasn't painful. That it's not painful now. So yeah. Again, free for the month. This is roughly 500 euros worth of stuff. 400 euros. No, yeah. That's 500 euros worth of free stuff. I've taken all of it because you never know when I might need it. So I recommend, even if you don't work with Unreal Engine right now, install the launcher and just grab this stuff anyway. If you ever want to make the switch to Unreal Engine in the future, even if it's in 10 years from now, you've got nice free stuff. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Tutorial Manager. That looks incredible. That looks really cool. I'll heart this. What else? City Punk V2, Anime Guy Archer, Lizard Mob. That looks nice. Looks pretty cool. Low Poly Rocks Mega Pack. Yeah, free games, free assets. I'll take it. Viking Tomb entrance. Nice. That was really cool. What else is in here? 2D cartoon lines. That's pretty cool. Modern fireplaces. Let's see, what else is in here? Let's see. Nothing too major at the moment, it seems. Nothing that I'm like, well, besides stuff we just watched on the front page. Also, what the hell is this neon loading logo? Okay. Guess we'll just not browse anything. Okay. This is awesome. 114 euros though. Wow. I have this one already, I think. Cool stuff. Alright. Let's dive into the project. And then we can decide what we're gonna do. Oh, we were making the main menu, weren't we? Making the main menu. That's what we're doing. Making the main menu. Alright. Then I just want to quickly check if we want to go for a different list, maybe. Some of these lists are super good, others are alright, and some of the ones are fucking fire, you know. Ooh, hype please. Yes. Let's get hyped. Oh boy. This is hyper, right? Alright, you gotta be in a very specific mood to listen to this kind of stuff, or at least I think so. Alright, so let's open up the UI master. Let's also check it out. And then let's dive into the main menu. Because last time we were, let's have a look. What were we doing last time? I know we were working on the main menu, but there was stuff we hadn't finished yet. I don't want to give feedback right now. Redesign main menu. Let's see. Implement button logic for all main menu buttons. Implement menu screen switching functionality. Implement disable buttons arc. Oh yeah. And implement main menu UI animations. Right. I remember this. I remember this. Okay. Let's start with the disabled buttons, right? Because those will be easiest to add right now. And let's quickly take a look at. Oh nope. No, that's going wrong. Okay, I'll just do it this way. Let's quickly take a look at where we left off, and then we'll get started. Yep, this works. This works really well. Loving this. Very good. It's almost like I'm triggering the sound, but it's definitely not me. Alright. So now we just gotta make sure that when a button is disabled, that it shows that, right? So, nope, that's my dog. There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. I'm gonna stop this playlist because we'll just do the pop playlist. That's the one we had last time. I really like the pop playlist. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Open recent main menu design, and then also open recent button styles. Okay. what do we want? Oh, Jesus. What do we want the disabled buttons to look like? They have to look drastically different. So probably we want to put this here. Same for this. Same for this. And same for this. And same for this as well. Like that. Now, what do we want to do with it? We want to, like, graying it out is usually a good way to kind of convey that something is unavailable at the moment. Kind of want to stay within the same blue tone, right? To create a nice bit of agency there. Like that, maybe. Maybe a little darker. Like that. And then potentially for the actual cog, we might want to apply the shit color. Oh, whoops. Nope. No, definitely not the shit color. That doesn't work. What if we did this color? Oh, whoops. No, that still looks interactable, doesn't it? Perhaps instead of doing an outer shadow, we could do an inner shadow at 4.9 pixels. And then the actual color, we can gray it out, like so. Nice semi-medium dark gray. Same goes for this. It's the background color. The background color is not right. It's too light. It's not conveying that unavailable feeling. And it might even be too solid, I think. Might even be too solid. Maybe that. Oh, that's obviously not the right color. This color. This could be good enough for now. Right? This could be good enough, I reckon. Especially if we apply the same style to things. The bug can be this color. Bug report as well. Oh, that just doesn't cover the color of the head. Oh no, even worse. There we go. Oh, because they're not composed. They're not combined shapes. That's why. Wait, why doesn't that work? Can I not combine you guys into one thing? Oh, it does work, but it's got a curve on the outside. There we go. It's got an outline. That's the word I was looking for. There we go. That works. That works, right? Yeah, that works. All right. Same for this one. And then it'll be an easy job of just exporting them, and putting them into the engine. That's all we'll have to do. Alright. Oh wait, we gotta do the inner shadows as well. Whoopsie. Forgot about those. There we go. Turn those off. Turn this on. Yeah, it looks a little wacky with this one. But it's a minor visual bug that'll fix later down the line. It won't have such a effect on our game that it would influence playtest results. So then there's no point in trying to fix it now, right? So right, okay, and then the quit button is the last one. There we go. And then this nice color here, also for the outline. And then quit can get the same thing. And then just for the X, we have to adjust the shadow. 4.9. There you go. That is significantly different. Yeah. All right, so let's export those as PNGs indeed. Then it's options disabled. Now export this one. Oh shit! I didn't click the right setting. Hold on. That is stupid of me. Now I have to actually go into the file location. And then this one. No, not this one. This one. Let's re-export this. It's not whole document. It is selection only. Options disabled. Yes, I'm gonna overwrite it. Cool. Then this is bug reports disabled. There we go. And this one, selection only, is stats disabled. And this one is quit disable. I'm doing this all on my other screen, just so that I don't showcase anything which falls under my NDA, right? So, all right, so we've got those figured out. Let's save it and close it, and then we'll open up our textures folder. Like this, and I'll just throw in the ones that I want to see. Open file location. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Right, did that work properly? Let's find out. Yes, it did. Cool, let's save them. Save, there we go. And then we can just add them into our UI. That's all we'll have to do. Bug report button, we go into disabled, and we say bug report disabled, and we say draw as an image. Yes, that's perfect. Very good. Okay, so I'm just also going to there we go, is enabled turned off, because then we can test it out. We can see how this looks, because else it won't show us, because we're not saying it's disabled. Let's see what happens. Yay! That works. Awesome. Let's implement it for the other ones. The stats button, which is also not available at the moment, because I'm just going to save ourselves the work here. We don't need to implement these menu options right now, mainly because well, it's since we're not doing widespread playtests or anything like that, and we're just selecting a few people to play the game and get the feedback from. There's just really no justification to spend time on this now rather than after we've proven that the concept is fun. Because that's really what we're getting to, right? We're getting to this final moment of, okay, we've switched direction a few times now. Let's see if this is now fun, and if it is, then let's continue developing it. If it's not, let's can it and start something else. Simple as that. Alright, which is not enabled. And let's grab stats disabled. Draws image. Okay. Options, same deal. Options disabled. And it is actually disabled. And then for quit, well, it is enabled because we can just quit the game. But we still need to add the disabled image so that just in case somehow it would ever to happen that the quit button gets disabled and someone files a bug report saying I can't quit the game, then at least we have a visual indicator that it is being set somewhere, right? That it is functionality rather than a different platform-related bug, right? So that's kind of why I always make sure to have those as well. Oh, and then for play, we forgot to export the play button. I think we even forgot to design the play button, to be honest. Let's see. Button styles. Yes, we did. Alright. Let's fix that. And then the play button is this color. Alright. Which, yeah, makes it very clear that you definitely can't play at the moment. Alright, selection only. Export. Play disabled. Disabled. Like that. Okay, now we can save this and close it permanently. And then we just gotta add it into our... there we go. Into the engine. Cool. Now for play, image, play, disabled. Yes, there we go. Alright. Okay, so now if we were to launch the main menu, yep, we can save this. Is it going to launch? Did it already launch? Oh, it already launched. There we go. There we go. So we can still quit the game, and we can still play the game, but these are the buttons there. They won't react to the mouse or anything, they won't react to a controller. They're just there for the moment, but they can't be interacted with. Very good. Alright, so that means we can cross off the disabled buttons. Alright, let's write it down, because that's how we keep track of progress as well, right? I always put an extra in a notepad, because even though I'm tracking it perfectly fine within Asana, I like to look back at the end of the night and have a nice neat little list of the changes I've made to motivate myself to do more, right? And today is the 8th. Alright. So today we have already done implemented disabled buttons art. Cool. Alright, now we're going to implement button logic for the remaining buttons in the main menu, right? Which is only the play button and the quit button at the moment, which is perfectly fine. So in the graph, so this is what I'm doing at the moment. What I kind of want to do instead, because I don't think we'll be testing the survival game mode anytime soon, to be honest. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But let's not make this change right now. Okay, so this is fine then for the play button. That is absolutely fine. Then for the quit button, let's grab it. Here it is. Unreleased. What do? Oh, you already quit the game. Excellent. Very good. In that case, that task is done for now, which is perfect fine. We'll make new tasks for when we set up the other buttons. Implement menu screen switch. That's already there, so we don't need to do this. Implement main menu UI image. Yes, that is something I definitely want to do, because right now nothing really happens. All right, if I just also change to select a viewport. Whoa. Huh. Now actually I think I know what that is. The actual uniform grid panel. Actually, it has the anchors all the way around. What if I set it to middle? What happens then? Yeah, it retains the aspect ratio, but it moves off. If I do full screen, it's just gonna pull it off to the side a lot. Yeah. But I don't think there's much I can do there. No, I mean, I am gonna put all of you on filling up as much as possible, just to double check if that's the issue. Nope. Why do you squish? What's going on there? What's causing the squishing? Because it definitely shouldn't. I don't think it has to do with the minimum width. What's the size of this image? It's 220 by 174. 220, 174. Is that gonna fix it? No, it does not. So I understand why, right? Because obviously, because the anchor is full screen, that means if the screen squishes, so does the rest. But it squishes it almost disproportionately as much. Because if I just double check... Oh, what happens to the background? What does the background do? Ah, the background is also squished. Let's instead do middle. And this one left middle. Left all the way across the vertical. Yeah, that fixes it. Okay, alright, that means I need to do a little less usage of the full screen anchor. Because it means it's going to squish everything if the screen reduces in size. This is still a little messed up, but that's because we're not playing full resolution, so that's okay. I don't really mind. It does mean... we could do this, which means it's going to squish a little bit, but that's okay. And for this one, we'll do middle as well. Let's see what that looks like. So for the text, that doesn't really work. What if we do it there? Not really. So let's stick it to there, and then we'll just deal with it for now. It just doesn't overlap, so... Well, not with the button anyway, so... Okay. Should be okay. Alright. Okay, so that's that figured out. Oh yeah, animations. We're doing animations. That was it. That was it. Okay. Let's have a look. What do we want to do for animations? Because obviously it's a very playful game, so it needs to be a playful animation. So probably what we want to do... we first want to do a few simple things, right? So we'll go into animations. We'll say main menu introduction. That's already a set I made earlier. And we'll make a track for the play button, right? Then specifically what we'll do is we'll make a track for visibility. We'll make a track for render opacity. And we'll make a track for transform. Because that's basically really all we want to do for this one, I think. Yeah. And then what I personally like to do is make sure that at the start it is at 0. And then we give it about 1/4 of a second to jump in, which puts it at 1, right? And in that same time, we have the scale of this increase from 1.5 on both axes to 1 here and 1 here. It's a little on the slow side. Let's make sure it's 60 FPS though. Definitely on the slow end. There we go. Just a little later. Okay. And then what we want to do, we want to make sure that the start date is hidden. And then, actually no, sorry, no. Visible. And because this animation does not replay, it is totally fine to just limit this. There we go. Did I do that right? Yes, I have. Yeah. Actually, I'll make it a little longer. There we go. Just at 52. All right. Then for the scale, we'll go into the curve editor. And specifically for scale, we'll want to do a little bit of this, just to create a little bit of jump, right? A little bit of bop. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely quick, which is nice. Oops, wrong one. This one. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now, what we'll do is, we'll make another track. But this time we'll have to actually select the bug report button. Bug report button. And in there, I swear there was ways to... Yeah, nice. I knew there was a way to copy over keyframes. Right, for stats button, same deal. There we go. And then for options button, same deal. Options button, where is it? There it is. And then for the quit button, also the same deal. Oh no, whoops. Where's the quit button? There it is. Okay, which means that now all of them will all come in at the same time, which is what we don't want, right? That's a little too much. But for the we want the play button to come in first, because that's the very first button we want people to look at. Then after that, we want bug report button, because that's the next one in the visual order. Here it is. Also, I don't need a visibility track. I just noticed, because I'm not using it anywhere, because I don't need it. Visibility, get out of here. There we go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the bug report button, we're going to take all of the keyframes, and we'll move it by about 10 milliseconds. Yeah. So then the stats button will move all those keyframes by about, oops, by about 20. Oh, that's 25. Jesus. Oh, balls. Hold on. I need to, No, I don't want to do plus 0.8. That is really annoying. Can I zoom in on this chart? Yes, I can. There we go. 10. That's what I wanted. Alright, then the options button. Options button. Is there a vertical scroll bar? Sorry, a horizontal scroll bar? I don't think so. Oh, there is. Just shift. Okay. Right. Options button. Take all of the keyframes. And put you guys 30 seconds on. Not 30 seconds, 30 milliseconds. And then the quit button is the very last one, with putting it on 40 milliseconds. There we go. Now, if I now play the whole thing from the beginning, there you go. You get a nice little pattern, nice little playful jumps with all the buttons coming in. which is pretty nice. That's pretty cool. Now there is one more thing we can do, but we actually can't because we set up the image wrong. But yeah, I could animate the background here so that these stripes, you know, they kind of like roll by in the background, but it would require quite a bit of setup at the moment. So I think I'm just going to leave that behind for now. Also, this back button can die. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So those are the easy ones. Those are the really easy ones. We're going to leave the textures there because I don't think there's much need in animating that. Not at the moment anyway. But for this guy, for our main protagonist, there's definitely something I want to do. I want to call this JD Introduction. And in here, we're going to create a track for the full body slot. We're going to give it a render opacity and a transform. And we'll basically say, okay, at the start, you're 0. But also at the start, actually, hold on, let's keep you at 1 for now so I can see what I'm doing. Also at the start, we are moving you probably like over here ish. And then what we'll do is we'll say, all right, based on there, we're going to put you at 100 more. Nope, at minus 600, maybe a little more. Hold on. So for at the start this, then by the time you hit 4 seconds, you need to be at minus 700. Even more, minus 800. Minus 850? Yeah. Yeah. And then what we'll do on the Y, we'll say, because right now it does this. Nice and slow. On the Y, we'll say, okay, yeah, you're a 0 here. But then at the 25, you're, I don't know, plus, oh shit, minus 50. Then at 50, you're at 0 again. You guys getting what I'm doing? Yes. Excellent. This is how you do pro animation, guys. This is it. This is the pinnacle of 2D animation. Excellent. Let's get this at 60 FPS as well. Excellent. Very good. Now there's just one thing that's left to do for this, which is on the rotation. We basically want to say, okay, here you have to be plus 10, no, other way around, minus 5 degrees. And then here we want you to be at 5 degrees, plus 5 degrees. I might be doing this the wrong way around. We're going to find out. All right. There we go. I might have been doing this the wrong way around. Hold on. Let's find out. It was better without the rotation. It was better without the rotation. So let's remove those. Yeah, I think for this being this for now, I think even it'd be perfectly fine if we move some of this stuff. Some of this stuff about half a second back. There we go. There we go. Because then it's just going to be a little bit quicker. Yeah, we don't even need the render opacity because this is perfectly fine. And I'm even thinking let's decrease it by another half a second. Right, there we go. Very good. Very good. All right. Okay, so we're going to save that. And then there's a few things we're going to do. In the graph, we have to say on construct. We want to play some animations. Play animation. And which animation do we want to play? We want to play... where is it? Where is it? Oh, can I just select it here? Oh. That is strange. Yeah, they should just allow us to grab it straight away. Oh, potentially I need to grab this one. And then say JD... Oh no. This is strange. Hold on. I need to double check how I did this in the... where was it in the... In the game mode? I think that's where I have a few play animation ones. Yes, we do. Here we go. Oh, yes. Okay. So I can just say JD introduction. Yes, there we go. Awesome. And what I can actually do, instead of playing this right away, I should first say main menu introduction, play animation, like so. And then there's a few special events we can use called main menu animation finished. So this will call once the animation appears finished, which is a really nice way to sequence our animations without too much hassle. It's basically you can just slot one animation in after the other, and it's just a really neat little way to do that. So now, if I press play, yeah, there he is. Excellent. So if we just pull this into a standalone game, then we can get the proper height and everything, right? That's kind of the idea. Let's have a look. Nice. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now there's just one little thing I want to change. Which is that this shouldn't play instantly. Which is a little... I can do the third way for now. Which is with a slight little delay. 0.2. Let's make it 0.5. So it just waits half a second before playing. Because I can see that with loading in, it needs to load, you know, a tiny bit of time. Oh, now it just does it twice. Okay. Okay, I'll remove the delay. Very smooth. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Very, very smooth. Alright, but that does mean that we've completed another task. Implement main menu UI animations, and with that, we've redesigned the main menu. Nice. Great progress. It is amazing progress. Let's write it down. Implemented main menu UI animations. There we go. Alright. Awesome. Now the only thing we need to do is actually submit this change together with the new textures, which are these ones. So we'll submit those to source control. Added textures for the UI disabled status icons, like that. And then in blueprints in our UI, we can say change, added the disabled icons, and another change is that added UI animations for the main menu. There we go. Awesome. That is another thing done. So, that means the next thing we can do is, if I go into levels, levels. The next thing we can do is dive into our level and see what the latest state was there. Because then I think what we should do, wrong app, what we should do is continue on the time challenge core loop level, for which we need to do 2 more slowdown mechanics and implement a tier 2 momentum gauge. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Let's play it. Let's see what we think now that it's been a few days. Just means I need to quickly update this. There we go. Also, if anyone has questions or anything, feel free to ask away. I'm always happy to answer stuff. Okay, there we go. Very good. All right, so let's play this again. Let's not play it. Let's play it in selected viewport. Right. Okay, yeah, we had the jump pads, which worked pretty well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. On the one hand, I want to say that all we really need to do to test this prototype yeah, all that we really need to do to test this prototype is design this level, figure out the way that it scores the player, or maybe not even that. No, we might just have to design the level, see for ourselves which path is fastest, which combination, and then based on that, see if our playtesters think that this is a better core loop. Maybe? Right, that could totally be the case. Because what I'm saying in here, I can add another slowdown mechanic. I can. But I've kind of already have to, don't I? Because I've got the pillars, which can definitely slow you down, and I've got the moving blockers, right? The blocking boards. And for speeding up, I've got the speed pads. So why not? Like that's 2 mechanics. I can count. That's definitely 2 mechanics. And a tier 2 momentum gauge, I don't think it's of major importance right now. If we just want to test if this is what players find fun, right? Because that's the thing we're testing. Do players find it fun to figure out which path is the fastest? Then we need to let them figure it out, right? That's kind of the idea. That is what we want to do. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's figure this out. Let's make sure we add jump pads in different places. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Yeah, let's do 15. Let's do every 15. Actually, no, let's do every 20. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, and then at the end we can do a... actually, no. No, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. We'll do nothing at the end. Okay, so that's 20. Oh shit, I need to check this out. Check out. Let me just move this slightly like that. And then I just want to grab the jump pad here and just move it like that. And also grab the letter like that. Grab it and move it. Alright, let's put this guy back in its place, which is 870. 870. There we go. And then the B is already there, so that's fine. Cool. Then let's grab all the rest of these. There we go. And then, because now what we're assuming, or the change we're adding, is that when you can switch lane, every lane can switch lane at the same moment. Ultimately, we could also try to see what would happen if there wasn't as many lane changes per lane, right? Or at the very minimum that they were placed at different intervals. Who knows what would happen? Definitely a test case we should think about. Right, so your players can change again if they want to, and then it's the last stretch until the very end. Which, what we'll do... what we'll do is grab all of these, including this one. And I'll just copy and paste. Which I'll put right in a second. I think I just gotta do a few. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Cool. So we've got endings for all three of them. We've got 2 moments where players can switch paths. Now it's a matter of designing them. And it's designing them with in mind that every section of every lane is slightly different. Which means there is going to be an optimal path. Right? Essentially what I'm saying is that it could be that if you go A first and you cheatsy doodle your way through some of this and you're like, oh, I don't want to really change, but now I want to change to B, I'm going to go to B, right, and finish it here. Like, this could totally be the case. And then we've got 17 seconds. But maybe, oh shit, maybe if we go through path B first, whoa, and we then go to path A, we achieve our fastest speed way quicker, and we actually get to the end in 12 seconds. I think we've got ourselves a core loop here. Yes. Yes, I believe we got ourselves a core loop here. Okay. Alright. Alright, so how are we going to design these levels? Yeah. Because I really don't want to tutorialize it yet, because I just want to be able to tell playtesters, as soon as I'll be there whilst they're testing it, I just want to say, hey, this does that, the jump pads are this, you know, etc, etc. Because adding a tutorial to this would be just weeks of work for something we haven't confirmed yet is fun. So, alright, okay. So let's keep this pole section the way it is, right? This falling pillars, right? Then, instead of these two having falling pillars, they won't, and instead we'll say, okay, we'll put a we'll put a blocking board here. But we'll trick the player, do a little bit of tricksy, by adding speed pads on either side. Right? Like that. And then after each jump pad, we'll make sure that players get a nice little speed boost. Right? We'll do that after every jump pad. Here we go. So let's make sure all of these have speed up pads. Nice little bonus, right? Even out the odds. Then for the second section in lane A, it's a bit of a shorter section. So let's add a blocking board here. And then let's add a falling pillar here. Maybe a little further away. Pillar. And then here we'll place two back-to-back blocking boards. Blocking board. And then if players decide to not go for the jump pad, we'll reward them with a speed up. Yeah. Choices. Choices. That's what we're doing here. We're introducing choices to the player. And here what we'll do is we'll actually add a few more pillars in a nice little pattern. Okay. Nice. Oh, God. Alright, and then... but then, you know, this is risk-reward, so we'll add a blocking board here as well. So that even though they get the extra little boost, they can only get that if they manage to avoid the blocking board. But the players that are jumping this way, they won't interact with this, I think. We might move it one place forward. Blocking board. And then for the last section, let's do something real wacky, which just has like 4 falling pillars, then a blocking board. I can see it there already. Then 4 pillars here that come dropping down. Then another blocking board, like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 pillars. And the last little bit, every 2 tiles, we'll add a blocking board. Make it nice and difficult. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's see how that works. So we'll go to place A. Ooh, ow. Oh, nice, that worked. Okay, we get a speed boost. Ah, oh, man, that is... Okay, that is pretty hard. Oh, look at the speed. There's something wrong with the FOV. The FOV is going way too far out. We need to add a maximum to that. That's what we need to do. Let's quickly do that, because it's going to mess with the playtest results. So let's quickly go into... here, check out. And then we need to make sure that we only increase the field of view if it doesn't go above the maximum field of view, which should be, I don't know, 110 maybe? Something like that. Actually, let's move the entire thing like this. Because then we need to check if it's false, then it needs to play from start. And we check basically if the new field of view is larger, is greater than a new variable called maximum FOV. And this maximum FOV variable, we'll add it to our momentum category, and we'll say the maximum is 110. And as long as that is false, it'll basically not increase our FOV. Make sure we don't go over the maximum FOV. There we go. Very cool. Let's try that again, shall we? Ooh. Ooh. Nice, okay. Oh, don't think so. Oh. Oh, no. Shit. Nice. Okay, 20 seconds. Do you reckon we can do it faster? Oh, it doesn't reset anything on resetting. Whoa, speed. Speed. Mega speed. Big speed. Oh. Oh. That was pretty big speed. We could do it a lot faster, but that's because it doesn't reset, right? God. Then I need to add it somewhere, don't I? Christ. Let's first submit the main character. Actually, no. Yes. Let's keep it compartmentalized. Change. Added a maximum FOV variable, which is used when checking if the new FOV value goes over the maximum FOV value. Okay, that's submitted, but then we need to check it out again. And we also need to check out the main game mode, because we basically need to say when in the level flow, not in the level flow, in the reset flow, when it's called for, we basically also need to call for an event inside of the main character. Custom event called reset momentum. We might actually be able to do this entirely in a function, actually. Reset momentum mechanic. And there we'll just say, okay, everything related to momentum. Let's see. Total momentum. We'll actually we'll have to set this back to 0. Then as for base walk speed, I'm only getting this, so that's pretty okay. Can I increase the size of this for a little bit? Those are all fine. And then as for this one, we need to basically invalidate it. Clear and invalidate timer. But then I think, let's see, what do we call start momentum mechanic? That's the one we'll have to call. Start momentum mechanic, okay. Start momentum mechanic. We'll put that all the way at the end. Okay. And then we also just have to set the camera-based values here. We'll have to basically set new field of view to something else, which is the standard field of view. Right, that way we're resetting all the right things. Let's see if this works. Then I just gotta go into the main game mode and just say from here, get PCH main character and say reset momentum mechanic. There we go. And we add that there. And then I think, just double checking, yeah, so on a death reset, we'll just have to add this as well. which we'll add here at the bottom. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So now, if we, let's see. Oh, I broke something. Oh, no, I didn't break it. No, that's just how it goes. Okay, so now if we were to die, it resets. Awesome. Okay, now if I were to... Oh, ow. I don't know why I say ow there. There's no point in me saying ow. It doesn't actually hurt. There's no haptic feedback like that. Oh, oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of these near misses. Okay, now if I were to reset... it doesn't really do the FOV very well, I think. This is not the FOV we start with. Oh no. Oh no. Ow. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is definitely not resetting it to the right amount. Ow. Okay, well, it's definitely not setting it any higher. Okay. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Whoa. Okay, so let's see. Does that change? It's really hard to see. I don't know. Let's print string it. That'll be the easiest way to see. Should be 90. That's, I think, the default value. Yeah. And this should just work. There should be nothing stopping this from working. Oh no, but look at that. It looks so much closer by when we start out. Oh. It's definitely a little hard, especially when those pillars are close together. That's definitely a hard thing to avoid. Oh. Oh. So it does say 90, so why does it look so much closer by when we start? What are we starting on? Let's find out. Who's singing this? Huh. Strange. Thought it was someone else. Alright, event graph on begin play. Huh. So, I'm a little confused because I am curious to see where we're starting on the field of view, because I have a feeling something funky's going on. No, we are starting at 90. So why does it seem like we're definitely not starting at 90. Ow. Jesus Christ. Well. Yeah, look, this does not look the same. It looks in no way the same. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Oh, I know. I'm stupid. Oh, man. So, the thing that went wrong, right, is that I am setting this value perfectly fine. It's just that I actually need to set it in the camera as well. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now it will actually work. Because if the camera never reads a new variable, then obviously it won't work. Whoa. Aha, can't catch me. Can't catch me. I'm too fast. I'm way too fast. Ah, shit, I was too fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. Which now means if I reset there. Oh. There's a little cut there. Oh, because it's after the... yeah. Let's put this... let's change the order here. There we go. Okay. And the same actually goes for this as well. Let's... actually, no, because I think we're... Yeah, we're doing all this when the player respawns, so that should still be okay. Okay. Which means that we have fixed the problem of potentially not resetting the right values. Ooh, can't catch me. Can't catch me. Nice. Nice. We've got a core loop here, fellas. We've got one. I need not to forget to drink my tea. For all the people that are just like me and forget to drink their tea, which rhymes, drink your tea. Oh, man. So yes, now if we reset, then it works perfectly fine. Lovely. Okay. Alright, there's a few things I want to change here. Which is mostly that I just want to split out these pillars a little bit. Pillar. And then remove these two. Just, you know, to make it a little more doable. Alright, and then there's one more thing I gotta do. I gotta make sure I save this, and I save this. And then I have to submit both of those. Oops. Like that. Check in. Change. Added resetting for the momentum mechanic. There we go. And there's one thing I want to do for the blocking board. Which I'm wondering if random is the right way to go. I want to basically offset when it starts. But if I do it random, then it's not reliable. Which would equally mean that it might get very frustrating. Let's leave it for now. It's not worth thinking about for right now. Revert unchanged only. There you go. Alright, okay, let's design the other sections. We've already got section 1 of path B going, so that should be okay. Which has got the 3 blocking boards and the massive speedway there. But then we'll make the middle section a little harder by adding pillars in a horizontal line like that. And then right behind that, I'm an asshole, we'll put a blocking board. And then we'll basically say, okay, if you can survive all that, then here is some speeding up things. And we'll intermittently switch those into position. But we'll cut through them using the blocking boards, right? That's kind of the idea. Blocking board. And here as well, a blocking board. There we go. Okay, I think that is pretty nice. And then for good measure, we'll drop in some pillars here. Pillar. Okay, very awesome. Then the bit after this, since we have already given quite a bit of speed to the player, let's put a blocking board in a few different successive positions, right? But it will sometimes also include a falling pillar, so that people can't easily do the weaving technique. That's kind of the idea. Yeah, or at least when they do, you know, we take care of that. And then additionally what we'll do we'll make it a nice waterfall movement of, actually, hold on. Yep. A nice waterfall movement of falling pillars. This is 100% not my best level design, but it's functional, and it'll help us to prove our point. So, all right, that's lane B also figured out. Let's play it. Let's see how difficult it really is. All right, B. We're going high speed. All right, we're gonna stick to the middle. Whoa, whoa. Ah, shit. Okay, so actually, oh shit, I just switched position. God damn it. All right, B is quite fun to be so far. The extra speed at the start is, oh well, should serve as a great launch point. Oh no, oh no. So I do see that if you get out of the groove from the start, it is really hard to recover from that. Yeah, it is really hard to recover from that. Oh, it doesn't reset the UI. Damn. It's a little annoying. No. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to go to the right now. Oh, no, that's where they are. Oh, never mind. I made it. Ooh. Ooh, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yeah. Oh, no, come on. Nice. Nice. There's still something going wrong because I hit some of them ones and then I had a near miss and then it still resets it all the way to back to the big number. So a little confused what's going on there, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So that kind of works. But now, ultimately, I want to say, okay, I'm going to take B, because the start of B is pretty easy. Oh, shit. And I'm going to basically then go to A. Because, look, I can do A pretty easily. And I'll stick on A. Ah, shit. Because, because I thought I could do it really easily. Let's have a think. I go to B first. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm going speed. Ooh. Yes. 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 Oh, almost. Almost. Oh, okay. 16. Okay. Now maybe, just maybe, if I first pick B, B is definitely the ultimate strategy at the moment. And we just do that, and we go A. And we say, okay, we've missed it. And then we go back to B. And we say, okay, yes. Oh, that actually took us longer. Somehow that took us longer. Which is a little strange, but maybe I'm victim to my own design. Yeah, maybe that is the case. Okay, let's have a think. Let's design lane C anyway, just so we can do a full play test. Yeah, and then something else we just got to do is yeah, I'll do it in a second. In a second, we'll do the proper UI flow as well. Okay, so what do we want to do for the starting section of C? We probably want to make it pretty difficult, right? But there's enough opportunities to get the near misses, basically. So this one will have the blocking board. Then this one, or these two, will have the falling pillars. And then Also, something else I want to quickly add into Asana is implement an increase in hitbox size based on the momentum of the player. I'll show you why in a second. Yeah. And what we'll actually do, just to kind of fuck with the player a little bit, is add the blocking boards, but add them on the ends. Which means that what we're going to get instead of getting them to go from left to right like that, we're basically getting this, right? Which means players kind of can get the double near miss, basically. Yeah. Alright, so let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's maybe add some extra falling pillars. Make it not too... and then perhaps a blocking board in front of every falling pillar? Maybe. It's a something, you know. Okay. And then as a reward, also on this side, we will add the 2 speed pads there. Speed. We'll make this section then a nice speedy section, so that the players can blaze through, basically. And we'll do that by basically enticing them to follow a certain path, which they'll get a reward for at the end. Like that. But then to make this nice and difficult, let's add some falling pillars into appropriate locations. Pill. There we go. Same goes for these 3 here at the front. All right. Yeah. And in the very last section, let's make it something a little harder. We'll make it a nice pattern, but something that you have to kind of stick in the flow for. Because if you don't stick in the flow, you'll fail on it. That's kind of the idea. Blocking boards like that. And then we'll also introduce extra speed pads on the uneven tiles, right? Did I do this right? Yep. Speed up. Alright. Okay. Now, if we play this, I can start by going into C. I can avoid this. Whoa. There's quite a bit going on here. Oh, man. That is... Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, no. I switched lane. Damn it. Let's try that again. No, it can't get me. Can't get me. Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That is what I'm on about. Whoa. Speed. Jesus. Just following C? Actually, hold on. Maybe if we... Oh, I didn't reset my speed at all. We're going big zoom at the moment. We'll fix that in a second. If I first go B, potentially that is... Oh, that might be faster. Potentially. Oh, if I didn't... There we go. Oh, no. Oh, well, it would have been faster if I wouldn't have gotten stuck behind the board. yeah, then it might have actually been a lot faster. Why does it not reset when we use this? Let's edit this in the blueprint. What happens here at the end? It says manual reset, which triggers the reset momentum mechanic. So we set total momentum to 0. Oh, we should also do that for... yeah, we should always do this for momentum speed increase factor. Which the default value is 0, so we'll keep this in 0. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this should work. Because if we go into here and we go into the passive momentum increase, we're setting to the momentum for which we're doing the factor, and we set the max walk speed. Oh, we should reset the max walk speed as well. That is also something we're not doing at the moment. Set max walk speed. And we'll set this to the base walk speed. There we go. Okay. Actually, I don't need to do this reroutes. There we go. All right. Okay, so that's fixed. Cool. So we don't need to really do anything here. No, because nothing really changes here. Low functionality. This one. Revert unchanged only. Oh, I guess I did change. Yeah, I did change something actually. Change. Adjusted comment box size. World's best submit. Struct levels. I have no idea what I changed there in recent months. So change. I changed something. Cool. And then for the other blueprints, which is here, we can check them in and say change. Fixed the momentum reset mechanic function to also include resetting of base walk speed and momentum speed increase factor. There we go. All right. Okay, so we've done that. Now there's just one more thing we have to do to really test this in the best way possible. Which is, at the moment, our platforms are not really adjusting to how fast we're going. And we should have that. We should make sure that when we're going faster, we're not just completely avoiding obstacles. The obstacles should still be scary. So ultimately, I need to go into the main game mode, which I need to check out. Actually, let me just double check this actually in here. It's not a resetting, it is in the event graph. Yes, it is. It is in here, but I don't actually need to do it in here. I need to actually do it inside of the main character now that I think about it. Because what I want to do is I want to make sure that the faster we're going, the larger the activation box becomes on the x-axis, so that the platforms activate sooner and so the obstacles are still a problem, basically. Which means that inside of somewhere, passive momentum increase. Yep, inside of passive momentum increase. Oh boy. I have no idea if this is going to tank performance. It very well might. Let's find out. Alright, so we're gonna get the game mode. From there, we're gonna get the platform array. Active platform array. We're gonna basically loop it. Oh, but this happens every 0.1 seconds. Jesus. This is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna basically for loop 300 actors and increase the collision size. Oh no. Okay. And then for the array element, we need to get activation box. And then we need to set box extent. Oh boy. Yeah. Get box extent. From there, if we split this open, the Y and the Z, those can stay the same. That is perfectly fine. But for the X, I need to essentially create a variable called platform activation box. Platform activation box. X extent. X axis extent. No, base extent X axis. It's probably better. It's a long name, but it's probably better. And I believe what I'd essentially need to do is just go into the platform, into the parent, and just yeah, and then basically cast towards get a PCH. Let's also check this out. Okay. And say set platform activation box. This one. And all I really need to do here is just grab the activation box, get box extent, split it open, and just save the X. That's all I need to do. Alright. Oh. Yeah, okay. With that figured out, we can put this into a category for momentum. And all we really need to do is multiply this by the momentum speed increase factor. Yes. And whatever comes out of that, that's the new size. Yeah. We're gonna do this. Oh god, we're gonna do this 10 times per second for 300 actors. Oh boy. It seems to be surviving right now. Oh yeah, there you go. Spicy frame rate. Very spicy frame rate. Okay. Means it's working though. What if I don't update the overlaps? This is still a really shitty way to do it, but oh, that actually seems to That actually seems to work. That actually seems to work, and I'm just wondering why, because I don't actually know what this does, to be honest. Update overlaps UE. I'll search for UE4. It'll be more or less the same. Can I get? Let's have oh, this is for 5. Okay. What is for level streaming though? This is also for level streaming. Update overlaps, box extents. Is this it? No, it's not. Effect. Maybe that's the way for me to find out what it says. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Overlap events. Let's see. Right. Okay. So it also just said something interesting that I just saw. For all intents and purposes, overlap and ignore work exactly the same, assuming generate overlap events is disabled. In this case, the sphere is set to overlap or ignore the box. Yeah, but it said something else. Oh, this is actually interesting. Collisions can fire every frame. The overlap events are receive begin overlap and receive end overlap. This is actually really interesting. I actually had no idea that this was the case. So for performance, it's in a case where both the sphere and the box want overlaps when we move either the sphere or the box, we do an overlap query to see if we need to find any events. If the box doesn't want overlaps, then when it moves, we will not do an overlap query. But now we could be overlapping with the sphere, so the sphere would need to tick and check for overlap each frame in case someone moved into them. Aha. Okay. Okay. The role is a world dynamic and is set to block physics body actors, which is what the sphere is. As stated above, both actors are set to block each other's respective objective types. If they do not, they will not collide, but an overlap does occur here, and events for the sphere and box are fired. Okay. Okay. Then I'm just wondering, in the activation box, what did I set up? So I have generate overlap events, and I'm also using collision at the same time, which then apparently might be a shape. Sorry, might be a shame. Oh right, because I'm using on begin overlap. So I don't need collision? Oh no, I do. I do. Yeah, no, I think this is fine, actually. Okay, then I just want to I just want to print string what comes out of this. Just see what the maximum then becomes. Oops. There we go. So it's currently at 700. Why did the print string stop? Oh, wrong place. That's why. Yeah, the parent platform takes quite a while to compile. Jesus. Alright, in here, I want to see what comes out of it. Print string. There we go. Oh no, it's still incredibly, oh man, it is still incredibly laggy at the moment. It is working, but this is obviously not the system we want to use. Okay, how are we gonna optimize this? Because we don't have to do it for every single active platform. That is just a shame. That is just a waste. Maybe. Yeah, I think I have a solution. So instead of doing this for every active platform, we have to decide which platforms are still active. Because if the player's already interacted with it, there's no point in updating its collision anymore, because the player's already there. So there's no point. Yeah. Let's try and do that, shall we? So basically, I basically want to create an extra array. We'll probably this to a variable called actually, yeah, we'll call this active platform array, but we'll actually, oh shit, now I've got two of them. I'll rename this one into just platform array, like that. Yeah. Yeah, that is much better. But we'll also say, okay, actually, yeah, that was fine. Sorry, no, that was fine the way I did that. But now we just gotta say, okay, make a custom event called remove platform platform from array, from active array. And there we'll just say, we'll grab the new one and we'll say remove remove item. Yep, which is the platform to remove, and we'll call this BP platform. BP parent platform object reference. There we go. All right. Yep. Cool. Very good. So that's going to reduce it on that end, but that still means that at the start it's still going to be laggy as all living hell. Because we really only want to do it for the very first platforms, really. For the ones the player is near. I basically don't want to check 300 actors at the same time every so often. I really don't want to do that, because that's what's causing the lagging, right? That's definitely what's causing it. How do I resolve that? What I could do, it would significantly reduce the overhead. I could say when a platform is activated, so the player collides with the activation box, it debugs in a sphere around it, in a large sphere around it, identifies the neighboring platforms, basically, and for those platforms going forward, that's the platforms that'll have their activation box adjusted. That'd be the idea, I think. Not sure how clean that is, but I have a feeling that's a lot better than doing what I'm doing now, which is to check all of the platforms at the same time. Well, you know, sequentially, but at the same time. Which would cost a little bit of extra time, but is probably okay. Yeah, I reckon it's fine. It's probably fine. So let's try and do that. Let's figure that out. Let's think. And actually, I have a way better idea. I have a way better idea. Custom event here that says increase box extent, right? Which passes through the factor increase, right? And then all I need to do from the main character, I just need to, let's see, I basically just need to grab this stuff. And so this one should be fine. Yeah, create variable for this. Actually, no, I don't need that variable at all. And instead I need to just say, okay, this is a float. And I need an extra one. There we go. I need an extra one that says, what does it say? It says, base, platform. No, sorry. Base activation box extent. And we're basically, yeah, we're multiplying this with this. And instead of using this ugly one, we just grab activation box. There we go. We'll make this pretty later. It's fine for now. Yeah. I say that as I make it pretty. Okay. So that happens here. And then what I actually want to do is I'm just going to leave this as is in case I want to still apply the original solution. But right now, all I would need to do for this is check is to get the default scene route. Let's see. Get the world location of the default scene route. Check to see if it's get PCH main character. Check to see if it's within range of the main character, whatever that range is. Is this smaller than, less or equal than? Oh, we can't do that for that. Okay, that's a little annoying. But I think we can actually get actor location. I do believe we can compare these two. Compare, no. Distance. Yes, awesome. That saves quite a bit of time. And then we just need to check whether this is, I don't know, is it lower or equal to, what should we say, 1,000? 1,500 maybe? Not 15,000, 1,500. Because then if it is, then we can say, all right, for this element, what was the event called again? Increase box extent. Increase box extent. So now we're only doing it for the platforms that are close by, right? And so for these ones, we'll just say, okay, this is for the factor increase, and the base box extent is this one, is this value, this variable. Okay, and then I just want to see as well, I just want to print string for every single loop body. I just want to print string the value that comes out of here, just so I know what the range really is. I don't know if 1,500 is enough or not. No idea. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, it's still a little laggy. Definitely still a little laggy. And that might just be because of the fact... Oh, because I'm also print stringing two numbers at the same time. Yes, I am. Where am I? Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, because we're still checking every single number. That's also why. We're still checking the position of every single actor in the array. Which, is probably not a good idea. Ever. Oh, this is a little tricky. This is a little tricky. Because it is essentially working. I'm just checking way too many platforms, way too many actors. And the only way right now that I can think of fixing that is basically, yeah, let's do that. It's basically to add a sphere collision to my main character called platform detection. And then basically we need it to generate overlap events and overlap all dynamic. Yeah. Basically, when it's on begin overlap, I need to take the other actor. And then I have to add it to the add platform to active array. Yeah, to which we have to add a input active platform And we basically have to grab this and say add unique. There we go, like that. Yeah. And I'll basically only call this when our platform detection overlaps with a platform. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is fine. Pretty sure this is fine. Let's also set the size of this to be quite a lot larger. 500? A little more? 1,000? Actually, sorry, instead of making this a sphere, shit. Yeah, this is fine, by the way. Yeah, instead of a sphere, we can just make this a capsule instead. Capsule collision called platform detection. Does that work? That works, cool. Because then what we can do, we can make it directional. So we can still say the radius is still like, I don't know, 300. Oh, it can't do more than half height, right, of course. Half height is 1,500. Oh, that's way too much. Let's make it 800. Yeah, and then with the capture radius, make it 300. Yeah, that's plenty. And we basically move it like this. So now it's just a huge checking box towards the front of the character. Sorry. The front of the character. There we go. Which is going to check for active for platforms, right? That's basically what it's doing. Is it low enough as well? Maybe we want to increase the radius a little bit. 450? Yeah, just so that however high we're jumping, we're not like deleting all of them. We're not deleting all the references, basically. Alright, so now, on overlap. On begin overlap. We take the other actor, and we basically say, this is not part of movement abilities, though. Let's close that. Let's just put it in the main event graph. I'm gonna overlap. Oh, you're just gonna... Okay. Fine. I'll do it myself. Alright. So in here, we say... we get a reference towards the game mode. I got a text. Let's see what's going on. Okay, alright. Cool. Okay, so we grab the game mode, and we basically say platform add platform to active array, which is the other. Oh, right, we can't say that yet. Well, we can. We just need to do it a little different. Just make sure. Actually, we should do the class instead of just the individual actor. Get class, and we compare the class to equals that of the BP parent platform, like that. If that's true. Actually, it still won't work, will it? Nope. We just need to set up as a general reference, which is a little hard, because that means you can't call anything specific from it. How did I solve this in the past? Because this is definitely not the first time I've run into this issue. Oh, well, yeah. 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 Actor object reference, like that. And this one as well, we just gotta make it an actor object reference. Change variable type. Whoa. Spicy. Come on. Oh. What do you? Yeah, you're the wrong one now. Add unique. Oops. Like that. Okay. And then this one as well. Remove item. Now, I have no idea. Well, I'm relatively confident this will work, but very, very few amount of systems actually do. Most systems just get basically fucked. Alright. Let's see, shall we? So we're basically making this just... yeah, this might not work, what I'm trying to do. Because now I can basically say, okay, that's all fine. I could also cast to PP parent platform. But it only is valid. Because if it is valid, then yeah, then we can do it basically. Then there's no issue to what we're doing here. Which just means I need to reset what I just done. God damn it. Alright, we know we can delete these two. And then we can add this to... We can revert this back to what it was. Yep, change variable type. Just like that, small changes can have huge impacts. Oh nice, this one's ready to sing. Okay. Add unique. Add unique. Oh no, whoops. Sorry. Wrong side. There we go. And this one's a remove. Remove item. Cool. Yes. So that is awesome. Because now basically if this is a valid reference, we'll add it to the active array. If a platform gets out of our range, we'll do the exact same thing. We'll do the exact same thing, but then instead of adding something, we want to remove it. Remove platform from active array. Like that. Okay. Oh, right. Whoops. This one. Yep. Now I just gotta see if this works or not. And we can best do that by adding some print strings and getting the object names. The display names even. Like so. And like that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're throwing way too many things to each other at the moment. Let's go back into passive momentum increase, and instead of trying to loop through every single one, we just go through active array. Which will be way less, especially at the start. Like at most, this will contain anywhere between 30 and 50 platforms, whereas previously, it would contain well over 300 platforms. Let's also disable that print string for now, so we can just check if we're adding and removing stuff. And let's make sure I actually do that in different colors. So the removal will happen in red. The adding will happen in green. That's blue, green. There we go. Cool. Just like that. Very awesome. Yep, we're definitely removing stuff. We're definitely, whoa, we're definitely doing... Oh, I'm doing some crazy shit. Oh. Yeah, we're setting to let this overlap everything. So when it overlaps with a jump pad, it's going to prematurely boost us to the next lane, which we don't want. That is a little too enthusiastic. We only want this to overlap. There was some tea leaves at the bottom there. That was interesting taste. Very interesting. Alright, so instead of overlapping with everything, we should yeah, we don't have a specific object response for platforms. Now I know, but it's been a long time since I've done any of this. I know that inside of project settings, there's the object channels, which we can add a new object channel called platforms. Default response should be overlap. Yeah. And then inside of parent platform, I have to set this to be a part of where is it? Collision. Advanced. Oh. Right, collision. But then you are actually part of a different channel. Custom. Oh. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Cool, you didn't crash. Awesome. And we have to add you to platforms. Yeah. And then I can basically say inside PCH main character, if I just set this to custom, I can basically say, alright, ignore everything except for platforms. That's the ones you gotta overlap. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that's gonna significantly... Oh, never mind. Oh, shit. I'm messing with collision channels, which is something that I'm not very proficient in. Oh, because of course... well, no, this is specifically for this one, so... Just a general collision should still very much block. Oh, because we're now overlapping stuff. Okay. Alright, we'll just put it to custom, and we'll say block. But then this one will overlap, yep. So it did work. So I was doing it right. Thank God. Can't believe I did it right from memory. Yes, much better. Much better. Much, much, much better. Oh, yep. Yep, so now this is actually working. Yep. Alright, we can definitely decrease the range. Because it's still kind of just doing way too many platforms. Well, actually, let's check if that's the case. We can remove these. We don't need these. If we manage to implement this correctly tonight, that'd be really awesome. That'd be super, super cool. But look, yeah, we're still accounting for platforms that are like 10,000 units away. Like, by far. Ow. Yeah, I'm definitely getting ruined here. Or even 17,000 units away. Oh. Oh, what's the size of this array? What's the length of this array at any given time? Let's find out. That should give us a bit more information to see how large the... Whoa, 648. Why? But it does decrease, so we know that part's going right. So why is this so huge? Oh, because I forgot to remove this. That is much better. That's going to be significantly better. Would you look at that? We were trying to... Every 0.1 seconds, we were trying to call out information of over 600 actors. That is just insanity. There we go. 21. That is much better. Much better. Whoa. Nice. This is the gameplay we're going for. Yes. This is the gameplay we're going for. Okay. Alright. So we've got the length. Let's, for that specific value, get platform detection, half height. Platform detection, get half height, capture half height. There we go. There we go. So whatever the capture half height is, that's the distance within we're willing to change the Why am I grabbing this from the game instance when I'm already inside of myself? Here we go. Even though this was also not necessary, I just like to have those things connected like that. Okay, and then basically inside of here we say half height screen 800, which means that the full height is 1600. I think you can reduce that a little bit down to 600. So that means I just need to actually do ×2 on this one. Multiply by 2. There we go. Alright, let's see how this works now. I removed the print string, so I've got no idea. Okay, so I definitely need to decrease the speed of the pillars, because they come down too soon now, which makes it nearly impossible to actually dodge them. Okay, but the rest all seems to work. Let's just quickly check one last time to see if the length is now different. Ah, shit. Print string. There we go. Yeah, there you go. It's ranging between 15 and 18 now. That is much better. That is optimization at its core. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I have to rebuild. Okay. Alright, okay. Awesome. So we know that this works. We know that this works. Let's comment this up, shall we? We need to just put it in an entire comment box, I guess. There's no real way to compartmentalize this any further. There we go. I can compartmentalize it like that. For loop through active platform array. If the platform is close enough to the player, increase its box extent to account for the player's speed increase. And now I also know that actually I do want to have the half height on probably 800 anyway. Maybe actually a little more even. Let's put it on 1000, because then no matter, like, even if I'm going at max speed, I know that I will always detect the platform before I trigger it. And still leaving space between where I am and where the start of the activation box is, so that if it increases in size, that even then I'm still not activating it, basically. That's kind of the idea behind it. Light on. There we go. And then this one, this is an easy comment. Increase box extent size of the platform. Cool. Okay. Then there's just one more thing I'd like to change, but we'll first submit all these changes we've done here. Increase box extent size on the x-axis when the event is called from the PCH main character. Then we always know where the event's called from, in case we need to debug in the future. And then here, adding and removing active platforms based on player proximity to the platform. Oops, I just put the wrong at the end. Platform. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So that's now all commented up and everything, which very good. Let's dive into here and here. Check in. No. Okay. Let's just do it differently. Source control, check in, change, added functionality for adding and removing platforms to an array stored in the game mode that are close to the player, checked inside the main character. Okay, so that is for that. Then in terms of platforms, we need to just submit this one. Change, added an event for increasing the box extent based on the speed of the player. There we go. Because that's really the achievement here, right? That even if the player's going faster, it's increasing the reward of being faster and just getting a higher score, but it's also increasing the risk because you're going faster, there's less time to respond to stuff, right? Or well, actually, yeah. All right, then there's one last thing I want to change for the BP falling pillar. which is to just slightly increase yeah, just increase where this ends, basically. Let's put it on 0.95. 0.95. I think that should be okay. And we'll only be able to see that if we go into the level. Nice. Yes, that is perfect. I mean, it's still... we need to fix something else in a second, but... Oh, the piece is hard. The last piece is hard. Yeah, there's something I just gotta double check, but beyond that, this is pretty good. Ooh. Oh. Once you get stuck behind one, it's a tough time to try and... Oh, man, it's a tough time to try and recover from that. Oh, man. Yeah, I need to reset that properly, but... Oh, it doesn't... Okay, it doesn't reset at all. Interesting. Nice, that was a good near miss. That was also a good near miss. Ooh. Oh, shit. Well, guess I'm going to a different place. Ooh. Ooh. Spicy. Very spicy. Very spicy indeed. Okay, let's go to A. Ooh. Ah, shit. Let's see, can we recover? Can we recover? Not entirely, but okay. It does work. It does work, which is awesome. Now, the only thing that's still wrong is that the check near miss. Actually, that looks fine. It's just the way that we're doing it I'm not entirely happy with. Yeah, I'm not entirely happy with that yet. But I think I'm going to leave that for next time, I think. Alright, so for this, we have done this. We're not going to do this one, because it's just going to overcomplicate the mechanic at the moment, I believe. I might just have to actually delete it in a different way. Delete task, there we go. Cool. Which means we successfully implemented the core loop of the time challenge level. Yay! Yeah. Yeah, then the only thing left to do for this to become a proper prototype add correct UI flow for the end of level UI. So that players can compare, well, can compare scores, I guess. Unless we can already do this, and I just kind of forgot about it. What happens when I complete a level? Still a little risky there with the pillars. So that's 15.20 seconds. If I now reset it, and then get all the way towards the end again. Oh, owie. There's an inconsistency in how much momentum is reduced between hitting the boards and getting hit by pillars. Okay, no, we can't compare these yet because it's all section 1. And we're never really saving it, I think. Oh, yeah, because we're not saving it. Now I think we've saved it. Um, no, there's something going wrong with the saving. Okay, so that's the only thing. Whoa, hello. Oh yeah. This is how I like my Unreal Code. Okay. Let's get a screenshot of this, shall we? Oh. There we go. Light shot. Let's get it like this. It's all the same error, so... will allow me to just add it? Yes, it does. Cool. Cool. So we've got the error log there. And then one other thing I want to do, v1.7, is change how the falling pillar detects near misses. Because right now it does it based on a time, but if you're too fast, it might still be near miss, but the game just doesn't recognize it. So I want to do it based on proximity to the pillar instead. And I already think I have a way to do that, but that'll take a little bit of time to implement. So let's not do that tonight. Okay, all right, very cool. But either way, we have made great progress in the form of actually having a level and having an entirely new core loop based on this new design, based on the previous feedback that we got a few weeks ago. So that's really, really good. I'm hoping to get this tested upcoming Tuesday, because then I'm getting together with a few friends, and then I can see what they think. And that's also before my holiday, so then, you know, it's nice to get that done beforehand. All right. Okay, awesome. Let me push this button and just say to everyone that's still watching, thanks so much for watching me for, well, nearly 3 hours now. You're super appreciated. And yeah, if you enjoyed yourself and you want to give me a follow, then feel free to do so. If not, that's totally fine, so I hope you have a great day. Beyond that, yeah, it's just a simple thanks for watching. I hope to be live again on Sunday. That's kind of my goal at the moment. Yeah, I hope until then, all of you have an amazing time, and I'll see you soon. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.